Hello and welcome back to this AA football podcast. Today, we have a different type of video for you. It's transfer news and rumors and stuff like that, and general news about football. This time it's just me, and then Ben will have a video for you on Thursday, and then we'll come back on Sunday for our proper podcasting. So, we have news about Bale, transfer rumors about Oligard, Muller, and Jadon Sancho, and some more news about Harry Kane. So our headline story for today is about Gareth Bale. So we start off at White Hart Lane today, and speculation has emerged that he's going to leave. So we think that he's been told to say this. We'll start with what he said. He said that he thinks at the end of this season he'll go back to Madrid, and he only used Spurs really to get match fit for the Euros. The 31-year-old, who returned to North London in September on loan from Madrid, struggled, and he scored 2 goals and assisted 2 others in 6 Prem games. But he has found some form of late. But when he was asked some questions, he said, the main reason I came to Spurs this year was to play football first and foremost. Going into the Euros, I wanted to be match fit. But he also said his plan was to go back. However, his agent has confirmed that those comments were slightly out of context, and what we feel like here at AA Football Podcast, and we always like to have our own view on things, is we think that as a player earning over 300k in the Premier League, is the highest paid player in the Premier League, and he's on loan, to be playing less than 50% of the games, I don't think Tottenham will want to keep him for much longer, no matter how much of a legend he is at the club. So I feel like he will probably go back unless he finds some excellent form, and it will really have to be top quality form if he wants to stay on that wage, as he enters the final year of his Real Madrid contract. And after that, I feel like we'll know it'll be up to Zidane, and Zidane doesn't have a great liking for him. So his future is in doubt. But we don't know. Whatever happens. We'll come to you here with all the important news. And our next story is also with Gareth Bale, but it has a couple other big social media footballers saying they will boycott social media if action isn't taken against racist comments. It looks like Gareth Bale, among many others, will be boycotting social medias for their lack of regulations and ability to ban racial comments. We always like to hear what you guys have to say about this. Of course, it is a controversial issue, so please do think before you comment. But while you're down there, we're going to give you a short break just to press the subscribe button, like the video. Okay, have you done all that? If you haven't, we'll give you another break. And we're back. We think we want to stay in touch with all our subscribers. We want to hear from you guys, so do leave comments when we give you breaks like that. So the next story we're going to go to is about some transfer rumors. This is a new part of the section we'll do, and some of the transfer rumors. According to AS, which is very highly regarded in Spain, the Real Madrid Norwegian midfielder Martin Oligard, who is currently on loan at Arsenal, could be off on his way to Chelsea or Liverpool because Real Madrid will command a high price for him. Based on, it's kind of a lose-lose situation for Arsenal. If he performs well, Real Madrid are going to want him back. There is no option to buy in the loan itself, so they will have to carve out a fee for him. And considering his age and his talent, I think the fee will be considerable, and especially at a time like this, Arsenal may not be able to afford that. And if he does very well, as much as Arsenal probably want that, he'll be back off to Spain in a couple months. So it looks like, as short-lived and great his journey was, it's coming to an end soon. But the permanent deal that Arsenal do want is apparently, according to the Express, they want a much lower fee than what Real Madrid are asking. The next rumor we have is that Germany international Thomas Muller seems to be out of Bayern Munich. He says a new challenge wouldn't hurt in German in one of his press conferences. He says it looks like Manchester United are interested in him, but of course they're interested in pretty much every single player that's ever been alive. But it looks like he could be on his way out. What do you make of this decision? Do you think he should maybe finish out his career at Bayern? Do you think he should go somewhere else? Personally, I think he should go to somewhere in the MLS, somewhere maybe a bit slower paced, where he can relax a bit more, and he'd probably be the key man there. But of course, he is still only 31, and with the sports science that they have now, looks like he still has a couple years in him. Now we go to Italy. Our first big story comes from Juventus, who look like they want to offload some of their dead wood. According to the Daily Mail and Football Italia, Dybala, Aaron Ramsey, and Alexandro are all tipped to leave the club this summer. Juve are willing to use Dybala, whose contract runs out in June 2022, as part of a swap deal for a number of targets, including France midfielder Paul Pogba. Pogba, obviously, his career has been stop-start, and I think many people forgot, but his agent did say he's on the way out this summer and he's had enough of Manchester United. Is Juve the place for him? Do you think he should go somewhere maybe a bit slower? Do you think he should go maybe somewhere a bit faster? Where do you think he would settle in? But also Aaron Ramsey, former Arsenal midfielder, and Alexandro, both whom are 30. They look like they're on the way out because Juventus are in an incredible amount of debt. And for our next story of the day, we are going all the way to the Catalonia city of Barcelona. Barcelona are in $1 billion debt. And after the reports of all Messi's wages and how much he actually earns in bonuses, which looks like it's around $100 million euros a year, which is a significant amount of money. I don't really need to say that, but in 1 billion euro debt, a club which is run by its members, will Barcelona become the next Milan? According to TalkSport, Barcelona owe a total of 126 million euro to other clubs. They still owe 26 million to Liverpool for the signing of Felipe Coutinho. Meanwhile, Ajax are due, and so are Bordeaux. So it seems like some of these failed stars, should we say, still have to be paid for. And if Felipe Coutinho is to play 3 more games for Barcelona, they will also have to hand over another 5 million euro to Liverpool for a clause which says if he plays over 100 games, then they owe Liverpool another 5 million. But it's not the clubs that Barca owe so much money to, it's the banks. And it seems like their debt to the bank is around 700 million euros. They usually have to pay that in 2 statements. One is in January and one is in July. But they haven't paid that over a long amount of time. And it looks like Laporte will have to deal with that as he enters his tenure of presidency. But it looks like huge decisions have to be taken to save this club. And our final story of the day, we're back to North London. Looks like Harry Kane could be on the move. According to Sky Sport, it looks like many reporters have seen Harry Kane in doing some unusual business, and it looks like, and they think he could be looking at other clubs as a potential future. Roy Keane and Kave sorry if I pronounced that wrong, warned it may be impossible for any club though to buy the English captain. But of course, we know how much Harry Kane loves Tottenham. We know how old he is. He's 27 years old. Yeah, I don't think Daniel Levy, the owner of Tottenham, will sell him to any other club in England. And if he was to leave, it would be somewhere outside England. Take him time to adjust. Of course, these players also have lives. They have kids. They have wives. You know, they have to look at their situation. And he has three young kids. It looks like he won't be moving anytime soon, according to that's what I think anyway. But at the end of the day, if he says he wants to move, I don't think there'll be too many people standing in his way after what he's done for the club. So that's it for our transfer news and talk and whatever we're gonna call it. We're gonna come up for it with the name for it, and we'll see you next time.